Texas Governor Greg Abbott claimed to be very horrified by the, in his own words, incomprehensible Uvalde massacre, where a gunman, of course, had stormed into a school and killed 19 children and 2 adults with an easily obtainable firearm. And yet, despite him being very, very upset, he hasn't seemed to have found any time to reach out to the families or even to attend any of the funerals. Not a single one. According to 25 News, KXXV TV, a ABC affiliate in Waco, who filed an open records request, well, they had Abbott's schedule, and they found that he did not attend any funerals of any of the Uvalde victims. 25 News' Nick Bradshaw reports the station obtained the governor's schedule from May 25th to June 14th, and that schedule shows that Abbott's last visit to Uvalde was on June 5th. Wow. The governor's schedule does show while in Uvalde, he did attend multiple public vigils, but no mentions of attending any funerals. Now, to be fair, maybe the families didn't want him there. Okay, I get that. Sure. Because not only has he done absolutely nothing to prevent any more mass shootings, of which there have been many in Texas, but he's just, again, shown very little empathy to the victims. Now, look, going to the history of mass shootings in Texas, he's been governor since 2014. Texas has had multiple mass shootings. In fact, back in November of 2017, 26 people were killed by a gun in Sutherland Springs. 6 months later, a 17-year-old high school student shot and killed 8 of his classmates and 2 teachers at Santa Fe. In August 2019, a far-right gunman who had posted a manifesto online drove from Dallas to El Paso and murdered 23 shoppers at a Walmart. Later that month, the shooter killed 7 people in Odessa and injured 25 others. On and on and on. In 2022 alone, there have been 21 mass shootings in Texas. So, and what has he done? Again, he's done absolutely nothing. In fact, his government has loosened gun laws. Now, look, you could also go back to the quote as a reason why he wasn't invited to any of these funerals. When Uvalde had happened, he said, hey, look, it could have been worse. During a press conference on July 13th, Angel Garza, father of one of the Uvalde victims, said this, quote, since this happened, Governor Abbott has yet to reach out. We've had Senator Gutierrez in our living room willing to come and talk to us. We've also had Beto O'Rourke coming to our private meeting to fight with us. He marched with us. That means something to us. The fact that you're reaching out just to see how we're doing means something to us. Well, look, that's the thing. Yeah, it means something to you, but does it mean anything to Abbott? No, it doesn't, because he doesn't give a damn about regular people. He knows that there are people that his voters are going to vote for him regardless of what he does. Again, Texas has had mass shooting after mass shooting after mass shooting under Abbott, but also a lot of people have lost their lives due to Texas's power grid. Remember that freak snowstorm that had happened, and now the hot temperatures. Abbott has done absolutely nothing for his own constituents, and yet, why does he keep winning? That's because he does culture war nonsense. He's banned abortion in Texas. He and the Republican legislature have made sure that people have more guns. That's all they care about. But again, regular people are not being helped by Abbott. In fact, look, the more mass shootings that happen in Texas, the better it is for the donors to these Republicans in the gun industry. You have these lax gun laws that I mentioned before, passed by politicians like Greg Abbott that increase gun violence, that increase suicides, homicides, mass shootings. And that in turn scares people into buying more guns. It's a vicious cycle that is driven by only one desire: profit. Profit over people. Greg Abbott would rather your kids die in a school shooting than lose his precious donations. All while claiming to be pro-life, pro-freedom. At the same time, the same Republican legislature had been banning abortion rights. These people are not pro-life. They're not pro-freedom. A lot of us do not feel free to walk around with all the gun violence in this country, worrying if we're going to be shot in our in the schools or in the grocery store. You know how many people on average are killed, are shot in America every day? About 316. This includes murders, assaults, suicides, suicide attempts, unintentional shootings, and of course, police. That amounts to an average per year of 115,551 people. Of that, 38,826 are killed. Gun violence has also overtaken vehicle accidents as the #1 killer of young Americans. But they don't care. You see, as long as Greg Abbott gets his campaign bribes from the gun manufacturers, the NRA and the lobbyists, and of course, the gun manufacturers themselves and the industry continues to get their profits from increased sales, they don't care. In fact, they have an incentive to see more gun deaths because it's good for them. That's the sick system that we live in now.